All right, Keith, you put out your snow total map yesterday. A lot of people buzzing about that, but we can't ignore the fact that it's really unpleasant to be outside today.
No, and that happens sometimes in a run-up to a storm. You lose like key details about the weather in between. And yeah, today is a noticeably windy day. We did have that snow over down East Maine. Still some snow going on here. The algorithm for the radar is having a hard time, but this is largely still snow. And we talked about, hey, temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. It's not that bad, but when you add the wind, or subtract the wind in this case, wind chill 25 in Portland, 30 in Bangor, 25 in Holton, 15 in Berlin. So these numbers aren't crazy, right? But considering where we are for the actual air temperature, that is a huge decrease with gusts up to 40 miles an hour through the rest of today. So that'll be the hallmark of today, as well as the chance for a couple of snow showers and squalls break off and get into central and western Maine later this afternoon, I guess early this evening. It'll be after sunset, technically. Temperatures stabilize tonight right around freezing. It's not an overly cold night. Part of the reason for that is cloud cover starts to roll in. And tomorrow is a transition day as we wait for this storm system. I did mention before, though, by tomorrow afternoon, we'll probably start to see some ocean effect rain and snow showers, and there could be some light accumulation in York and Cumberland County out ahead of the storm itself. And a lot of good storms that we've had in southern Maine have started this way. Now, question is, of course, as it has been the whole time, where is this rain snow line? Exactly, where is it? And I think the front end of this has gotten colder, and so that gives us a better chance in a place like Portland or even to Sanford, and perhaps Wiscasset, to get a front end thump of snow, and it could be pretty heavy here through Friday morning. So think about that as far as the morning commute goes. Now eventually warm air is going to try to nudge in. How far can it get, though? Notice how this is really fighting a battle right along the immediate coastline. Now other models have it a little bit warmer, but I do think it's fair to say the trend over the past 12 to 24 hours has been a little colder along the coast. So we have to think about that, and we take that into account in the map you're going to see here in a second. I think inland and into the foothills and mountains, everything's the same. It's still a big storm for you. You're going to get 6 to 10 or 10 to 14 inches of snow. That snow continues through Friday night, early Saturday before the low gets what we call stacked up. So it loses some of its dynamics, and it gets a lot lighter on Saturday. That might allow for a little end as some sleet or even some rain, even inland, but I think most of the real snow will be done at that point. So this map looks a lot like yesterday's map, but if you're paying attention, and I hope that you are, this 1 to 3 now is pulled all the way down to Portland, into York County, into basically Kittery, whereas yesterday it was in that under an inch category. And that's just accounting for the fact that it does look colder, and we don't want to get caught in a 1 inch or less and get on the front end of that thump and end up with 3 inches of snow before it changes over to rain. So this area we're going to have to continue to watch, but again, inland looks the same. Ski areas still look good, and they are very pleased about that. So it looks tough on Friday travel-wise across much of the state. Got a lot of questions, Brian, about snow days, and it ain't from the kids, it's from the teachers. It's going to be close. I think Friday morning's commute's going to be tough over southern Maine, but those are always difficult to predict because the weather's one factor. Like they haven't used any snow days yet. That's another factor. Right. There's a whole psychology behind snow days, but I do think it'll be rough here on Friday through the middle of the day, travel-wise in a lot of places.
We still have a lot of winter ahead of us.
We do.
And anything could happen here.
Yeah, sometimes we're a little stingy at the beginning because they know it could be a long winter.
March could be very ugly. All right, Keith, thanks so much. Still